female gooners need, and they must be stopped. What's happened with the female gooning scene? Are they out here reading stuff like what was that one? That deadly one that they used to read? What did they used to read? That deadly book, man. The sex book. Like the rape book. It was like, I swear it was like a rape book. Grey or something. Something about grey. Dark grey and shit. The levels of grey. What was it? Shades of grey. Boom. The tones of gay. That made me remember it. Grey. The shades of grey. Yeah, that was like rape, from what I heard. Rape book and like deadly sexual deviancy. Female gooning scene? What's happening? Shoe on head. She's a legend, man. Let's have a look what she's saying.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With
what is it? What's it about?
Millions of sales and almost 20,000 5-star reviews. This book has been absolutely blowing up.
A blockbuster, you say? What is it?
Especially on TikTok, or Book Talk, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands.
The kids!
Thousands of women in particular have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
Morning Glory Milking Farm. Look at the cover. This is unholy. What in God's name? What in God's name?
A popular romance novel.
What the shit?
About a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
That's right. Good morning.
She gets a job jerking off monsters. Well, that's horrid. One, I'm trying to get the light right. Oh, fuck. One shouldn't do that. Monsters.
Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farm since last night, and
it looks like it, love. You look like it. If you wouldn't have said anything, I would have asked you the question. So, did you enjoy the book, love?
I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
If this book is trash, then
Throbbing. Are they throbbing?
I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on this, because it is so good.
Ah.
I would like to
Sounds
inform you
good.
that there is a new epidemic.
Sounds amazing.
An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners.
Yeah, gooners. Reading smut. Reading smut and celebrating about it. Oh, Holy Father, help us in the morning sun. Going on.
Now, for those of you unaware, gooner...
Dudes with bat wings. They're like animals. They're like animals. Yeah, but it's got to have some sort of tail. A lizard tail. And a lizard tongue. It's a demon. No. Who's misunderstood? No, he's got to have the head of a bull. Give him the head of a bull. The rest human. In fact, make him furry like a bull as well. Yes. It shall throb.
is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And smut is slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn. Many correct about the dangers of
Deadly
porn addiction
ones
with
as well. Deadly ones that involve choking. No. Killings and that. Forced. It's forced. A lot of the time. You realise, you go, oof. you know, reading a fucking rape scene. What's this? Well, anyway, it's throbbing. What?
Men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships. And most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they go in
Anime and that.
incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collection.
Demons and
They
that.
discuss their smut
Like demon relationships. He's just a fallen angel. He's misunderstood. He's really one of God's people. Huh? He's a demon, love. He's got horns and wings and a tail that's pointed. No, he's misunderstood. Let me sleep with him. What?
openly on TikTok. They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking.
With big fingers. Long, pokey fingers. Proddy. They're proddy. Move those proddy fingers from my nether regions. Remove yourself from me. Unhand me.
Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But have you
It's like
considered
Sodom and
it
Gomorrah.
takes one to truly know one?
Gomorrah.
You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have
Yeah, they're sickness, I said. No, they're not. They're alright.
tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the
sometimes.
moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures.
painting my
But one of
face.
the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers
We're sophisticated.
slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay?
Yeah, we're watching it from a different angle. With our minds. It's throbbing, guys.
You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk
That's
about
funny.
the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark
Fantasy
romance
romance.
convention that ended in disaster.
Disaster, you say? What, with demons and proddy fingers and such? Horns?
Let's take a break from all this depressing political news
Ma'am.
and talk about something silly. Not that those political things aren't
advert,
important,
please.
trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but fear not. I have an app for that. So before we get into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, Ground News. Our coordinate lines so you can see how political we're for not skipping the ad. Right? So let's get back to the video. Book Talk is a very interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely
Book Talk.
destroyed the hobby of literature.
It's like, it's wicked, isn't it, man? Them book clubs are like something else, man. It's like you love the book so much. Like, oh, man, fuck. Man, no one understands. No one understands my love for this fucking book. No one understands my love for it. My family, no one I know. No one I know understands my love for this book. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a club. I'm gonna make a club. I'm gonna make a club and attract those that know the truth about this book, the mastery. And then they sit there in their club. First it's just one of them. Then someone comes. Another one of them who understands the majesty of this book. They go, they fucking know. They know about the book. Do they know really? That's not... Superstition comes in. They go, do they really know? Who's this owner of this club? Huh? Club for this my mighty book. My beloved book. Who's the owner of this club? And they go and they realise, yeah, these are sisters of the coven. It goes back to 1747, the age of the witch. What?
And just flooded it with absolute slop. spicy slop.
God.
You see, books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No,
It's how much it throbbed. Did it throb?
they are rated by the spice.
Sorry, throb.
And what does
If you're not native to the East End
spice mean?
of London.
It means porn. Spice level is very important to books.
It's like because women are very sophisticated. They're like, if men are here, women are fucking, you can't fucking rate them. They're off the charts. They say we are the chart. They go, where would you put yourself on this chart? Man modestly puts himself probably below half. The woman goes, looks at the peak and goes, I am the chart. Thunder strikes from the sky at her words. What? No!
Talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest?
They're so sophisticated that they, porn is... They don't use such a vulgar term as porn. They go, at the utterance of porn, they go, huh? They're horrified. Go, what? Our secrets? No. We call them smut. Now they go, lovely. Get in bed now, get in bed, read this book. Or they lay in bed, these sort of smut readers, they lay in bed and they read it. They read it aloud with the narrator's voice. They read it. And then she said to him, sweat on her chest. What? Husband's like that. What the fuck am I... falling asleep, getting slapped. Wake up, this is the part. You ready? Doesn't look like it, does it? Wake up. Well, wake up, Melvin. Wake up. I'm going to peek down there. What's going on down there? You're not listening to the story, love? There was a goat, was he? Fell from hell, misguided goat who turned into a man. I don't know. It's got horns, hoofs. I don't know, love. It's got a dick. It's been fucking people. I don't know, love. That's the geezer, poor fucker, laying there like that. And she goes, all right now, Melvin, put this mask on. No.
Books they have ever read. How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. And the spiciest book.
A woman had a wall of them. She had a wall of them. What you got there, love? It's just my wall of smut. Porn books. They wouldn't say porn books. That's what a peasant would say. That's what a man would say, basically. What, are you a man? Oh, peasant. So it lands on your cheek, huh? All right. I just born this way, you know what I mean? Fucking peasant saying porn. Pick up one fucking page, pick it up at random. And then he entered her. No, this is porn.
Going viral on Book Talk lately.
Smart, you bastard, smart. Smart, like in bed.
Is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M.
Morning
Miscast.
Glory.
Violet is a typical...
I mean, the name itself... I was about to say game. The name itself... Morning Glory Milking Farm. Every single word there, is can be switched into its sexual overshadowing implications.
Down on her luck millennial, mid-20s,
That sounds like a cow.
overeducated, and drowning in debt.
man.
Oh my god! She's just like me! On the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has
Milking.
no choice but to grab it with
Grabbing
both hands.
and pulling.
Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef. Oh, God. With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Oh, no.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity.
What the fuck? Somehow men are getting blamed in this book. Look, see, it's men's fault and capitalism's fault. That's why we're going to the cows. Milking them. Meaty.
In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
This is every fucking BreadTube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually
That's
read
so
the book
funny.
myself, and I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So,
It was throbbing.
like I said, the
Did it throb, love? That's what her boyfriend says, or her husband. Did it throb? Is it throbbing? It just checks in the room. She goes, don't fucking disturb me. I'm in the room. I'm reading now. It's my reading time. Fucking understand me. Don't fucking come in the room. What are you doing, love? I'm reading. Yeah, fucking don't come in. Got a cover on me. Fucking come in. Fucking don't disturb me. I get in the zone when I'm reading. Don't fucking come in. Don't even knock. There's no reason for you to come in. I'll come out when I'm finished reading. All right, love, all right. And then every time he goes in and he checks, goes, is it throbbing, love? It was.
story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males.
This is the Red Bull factory. This Red Bull. This is the origin story of Red Bull. Had they made Red Bull?
And I read the whole thing. Probably going to be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is
Probably,
my
yeah.
job, okay? I'm not out
It was probably throbbing. Safe to say that.
here like selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now, let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point, she says the term, and I quote,
Oh fuck. Oh, the glasses are coming out.
the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this, and the whole time I'm thinking,
The seam of his sack. So you could, you could just imagine the other bits of detail. If it's the seam of his sack, is just a random one she picked out. What's that? Seam of his sack. Oh, good lord.
like, okay,
Sack.
he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like, just
That's demon. That's what we call demon. That one demon.
a dude with like horns. Then I see the official artwork. That's a cow. Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a few parts, they're being intimate, and it will be
Face of a cow. It's a cow.
like, his hooves clip clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets.
Oh no.
And it's like, I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing
Oh
him.
no.
And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing the shit, and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also
That's fucked.
his ass.
I mean, what sort of stuff is this? This is sick. This is like bestiality.
She f***ers the cow's ass. By the way, if you want an uncensored version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me
So you can hear her swear. Ow.
talking about s***ing and f***ing and f***ing a cow's asshole. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of
Still the fucking student loan. You gotta pay him, bitch.
those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow
He's known for his, love.
with a cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks.
With a cow ex-wife. So, like, forsaken his kind. Look at us getting involved. Well, me.
correct. The funniest part, though, has
Stop.
to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been
Feminism and that in there as well. They had to, innit? They had to.
out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders, but you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening.
This is cringe.
Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again. You can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation.
What the fuck?
Inside every
Escalated
woman,
quickly.
there are two wolves. Or two bowls. The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone, so when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon with 21,000 ratings.
They love it. It's a blockbuster phenomenon. Monster romance, ladies and gentlemen. Book talk. Sweet and steamy. Oh, good, help us.
And a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones here. Hear me out. A milking good time. Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of
Imagine, man, we just got one and the title was, it was throbbing. That would make my day. That would be so great. It was throbbing.
starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot? Please. This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles, like, sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars, I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant now. So that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow and now my family has no food for the winter. 1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom.
They're loving it, really. No, I'm joking.
As a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lesai. Why can't
You've ruined her.
human males be more like this? Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot-tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming.
Facts.
Well, Ronald, man detected, this isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with a minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like, I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster
What is that?
porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic.
Monsters.
Okay?
Monster porn.
Bull cock matters. Oh my god. Edit
the
that out.
fuck?
Editor, edit that out. Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would
Oh,
you like to
no.
see them? I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose the bear. The billionaire orc. Moth manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh, what? Are they...
No.
Are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I
God.
introduce him to some real literature. So the first book that I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and it's not a normal
Real literature. This is porno.
milking farm like with cows. What it is it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washing machine again.
No.
Women on TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books.
Hilarious.
Obviously,
It's a niche.
this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of
It's
OnlyFans.
a great
The odds are
niche.
that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are
It's with demons. And like animals. It's fucked. It's not what you would do. No.
balking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by
weird.
is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy book
Ah, you hate it. You hate it because your women love it. What?
clubs and wine." But his
weird.
astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up. Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is
That's
what you guys
weird.
are essentially doing. It's just funny,
Yeah.
okay? Like,
That's
it's funny.
literally
Are
what
we
it
really
is.
going to pretend that
True.
a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical
Oh, a bit
creatures
loud.
to pay off her student debt is not funny? It's funny. If that makes me a sexist and misogynist, you got me. To act like you are so different and above the other Gooners is just, it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are
weird.
no different than Joe Schmo jorking it to fat booty Latinas in Space 12. You're sitting there all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse
Yeah.
cock spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm
That's what I'm
not
saying.
impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to
True,
many people,
it's true.
myself included, are insanely sexy. But purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there. For example, these men have clearly not yet discovered knotting, a popular term in romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides. Oh,
What the fuck?
oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women reading, bro? What happened to that, like, stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy? What happened to
It's
that? We used
changed
to make
now.
fun of
It's
that.
changed.
We truly did not
be-
know
it's the
what
cow.
we had until it was gone.
It's not the farmer boy now, it's the cow itself that is farming. Oh god.
on. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy.
I was wrong.
Women
50
are
Shades of
crazy.
Grey is
50
different
Shades of
then.
Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the shit the average woman on
God.
TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a f***ing dog. You fantasize
God.
about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl
God.
is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies.
True.
Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with roleplay. You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow. Or at least I hope not. We all know there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and
Conventions.
Stardust.
They've come. They've turned up. They've turned up. All the freaks, they're here, look. The demons.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was
True.
supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right? Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make. This post is for the
No.
readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good
no.
friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think
What
it's
the
okay
fuck?
to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he
What did they do to the guy?
detail how he
Raped
kidnapped
him.
a woman, despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and, you know, that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this
Psychos.
mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They
Oh my
molested this
God.
guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy, dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention, full of women. That is like throwing roast
My God.
beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago there was this thing called cosplay is
True.
not consent. Basically it was a campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and
Touch 'em.
grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry
Yeah.
for over a decade.
I guess the way they view it is that it doesn't apply to women.
And attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens, but honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get
The
your shit together,
furries, even the furries are going, this is wrong.
y'all. When the furries are calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not
Yeah.
only were the men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you, this is a book
Groping.
convention, okay? For books. Literal
They're like beasts.
BDSM clubs are more respectful than
They're
this.
beasts.
There needs to be more
They're
studies on how this
uncaged.
stuff affects women's brains. Because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for Evie magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest.
Deadly.
Scientists, psychologists,
Deadly.
and the general public often state that
That's
men are
scary.
visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels because one is a video of two people actually having real sex and the other is, well, just words on paper. I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by gooners who don't want to give it up. But is
Yeah.
reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough. So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, philia should be shamed.
Yeah.
I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are
They're cooked.
They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know. And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no. Just say no to monster porn. But why is
Yeah, don't
monster
do it.
smut so
Don't do
popular
it.
with women in particular?
No
like, you
more.
rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot-tall dommy mommy vampire with giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like,
Scary.
I want to the
She was
pollution monster
scary.
from Fern Gully. So people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses.
Pollution
Why do you guys
monster.
like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men are quite often terrible.
Just that one line there tells us everything we need to know.
Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit
Partly
further.
fantasy.
2, it's sort of
It's like men can never be like that, you see? Never.
human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc., etc. Because the
God
monsters are
damn
less
it,
dangerous
it
than
tells
dating
you a lot.
actual men. As a fat woman
Monsters are less dangerous than dating actual. Ow!
of color,
Monsters.
modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic, and romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women / women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it. I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society.
Yes.
But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see,
They love it. They want it. They're reading about demons doing it.
the monsters in these stories have those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man, they want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for like danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression.
Yeah, that's part of the fantasy.
Desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon
I
boyfriend
can change him. I'll save him.
could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me.
He loves
But honestly,
me.
at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female
Psycho
fantasy.
shit.
Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality,
Stop fantasizing about milking minotaurs, love. It's disturbing me.
it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider
Disturbed.
swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video, they're basically both the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or
It's that
student
trope.
loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something. I don't
Oh, shit!
know. Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the moral of this video.
That's
So what do you guys think? What is your theory? Why is the monster romance genre
no,
so popular
thank you.
with women in particular? And who is your weirdest hear me out? Be honest. I don't want to hear no
How am I
Lola
not
Bunny,
subscribed?
okay? You all know mine already.
I thought I was already subscribed.
It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe. You know what? Never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon
She's
with
one
a
of 'em.
new video.
Oh, yeah, they're strange. They're strange. Sort of a strange thing to be enjoying. Yeah, it's a good one to end it. Till next time, fathers. Take care for now. Peace and love.